This is the Crib from Metal-O-Mania. I got my headphones on and my dick in your cat. Let's party. It's time to metal.
Hey, what's up? This is Jason Bittner from Overkill, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania.
Yo, it's Pat from Paralysis.
Yo, this is Ron from Paralysis.
You're listening to Metal-O-Mania
with the Crib.
Fuck the red and blue pills. Let's take the black pill and wake up inside the Metal-O-Matrix. Time to plug in and turn it up.
This is Nick Sheridan from Dissensions, and you are watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully. Keep hanging out.
I thought that hairy beast would be the end of me.
That was Dissentients out of Pennsylvania to kick off our second shortened edition of the Metal-O-Mania, the twofers, if you will. And welcome to the program, Scully. How are you tonight?
I'm great, thank you.
I know. I love your green disappearing lips, man, going in and out of. I like it.
Pretty weird, huh?
I like it. I'm always paying attention to your lips. But anyhow, welcome back to the show. I'm glad to have you. Good to see you, my dear.
Mouth, you can still see inside.
Welcome. Your shirt. Oh, your Labyrinth shirt. I like your Labyrinth shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Believe I got that for you for one of our thingies that we did. That's her favorite movie. One of her favorite movies, you guys, is Labyrinth. So Some good old David Bowie. But yeah, welcome to Let Me Ramble as I try to shorten the program. That's why the shows are always long, because I ramble. But that was some Descentients, by the way. I don't want to overlook that. We opened the show with Descentients, The Beast of Beneath from Empire Anatomy, which is their official debut release. Yes,
Start
indeed.
right out the gate. Drink
Fuck
up,
yeah.
guys.
We're pals with those cats, man. So much love to those dudes. They are friends of the show, and they got the brand new debut out. So drink, and
Great.
go pick it up.
Nice. Yes,
Fuck
of
yeah.
course. Support the bands.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So
If you don't know, if you hear the word debut, that is your cue to take a drink, a shot, a drink, a
bong hit, whatever you're
you know,
into.
whatever
That's
it
right.
is
We
you do.
play the unofficial Metal-O-Mania drinking game around
If you
here.
like doing
And
sit-ups,
it's the word debut.
do a sit-up.
Yeah, we're all for that. You know, I could use a few of those myself. But I do want to thank, we're under the new format now. We're trying to do shorter shows. We're trying to do them a little more often, but a little less length to each one. Shorter strokes, if you will.
Okay.
You know, you want shorter strokes? Is that the deal?
Sometimes, I mean,
Okay. All right.
sometimes I'm in the mood for.
You know,
you don't know.
I'm always trying to throw the long strokes, but I guess apparently there is a call for shorter strokes, and we're going to make that happen for you. So, and I thank very much Great American Ghost. Ethan from Great American Ghost came on Tuesday, 2 nights ago, and helped us kick things off in our new format. Really appreciate that.
Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right on. She was more than happy to. When I told her 2 a week, she was like, "Fuck you, find somebody for the other one," and I don't blame you, but. But my main man Max from Hangman's Park came in and co-hosted that one for me and with us, and brought a new Hangman's Park song, and I had a good time. That was a lot of fun.
So, what if you happen to miss that on Tuesday? Are you just fucked?
No, you can get on our YouTube channel, which we're trying to grow. We're finally starting to grow that a little bit, so please do go on our YouTube channel. For those who are new to the show, we are an adult show on YouTube, so they do not help us grow. I need your help to do that. So grab a metalhead and sub to us and all that good shit.
You will not find Metal-O-Mania in the search engine.
No, you will not. You have to look for us specifically.
Okay, all right. So if
or
you
get a link.
Okay, I gotcha. I was going to say, how do you go about
share the link,
finding
share the link,
them
share the
then?
link, share the link. Yeah, grab a link and share it with a friend. So that's our
Makes sense.
That's our recipe to combat our label as an adult channel and help to finally grow
It
this thing.
allows us to say fuck whenever
and show
we
some
want.
titties. We'll throw some titties at you here and there.
Not my titties, but other people's titties.
Yeah, no. Oh, anyway, but yeah, we do. Shit, there was a titty or two last week, I believe. So there you go.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You never know.
You never know. But
Right,
man,
what about ass? Is ass allowed?
I
ass
think
has
so.
always been allowed. though, right?
You're not going to get away with like vagina or cock,
Well,
and you're
no,
definitely not
no.
going to get away with fucking. But I think some ass and some boobs, you're good to go now.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
and we can
that's
say
cool.
fuck as often as
can,
we want.
We don't
right.
need to be like showing full on.
Well,
porn.
obviously, because me and Max were on the show Tuesday, and you showed our face through the whole thing, and there was no kind of like, there's too much ass on this one.
Oh, right.
So I think we're good. I think we're good. But I had a lot of fun. I could get used to this new format. There are still some bugs I'm trying to figure out, like where do we put the old school? As of right now, the old school
hate
jam has
that the
been
old
sacrificed.
school is
Yeah.
no longer with us at the moment.
We at least got to get one a week.
It's
With our
kind of like
format
what, is it
shortened,
because
it's tougher.
it's like the old have now died off, and you don't like the symbolism that.
Yeah, I
creates?
don't like that. I like that. I like that we kept that bridge alive. I like to play new music. That is the point of the show. But I do like that we kept that bridge alive to the old school stuff by playing something old every week.
Right.
So maybe on Thursdays, not tonight, but maybe on Thursdays going forward, I'll try to slip in an old school jam still every week for everybody. But I'm still ironing out the bugs.
Yeah.
Well, and to be completely honest, these 2 shows this week and the 2 shows that will be next week were initially formatted as standalone, one program. We're splitting them in half to make this new format happen. So probably once we get through these few, we may define our approach a little bit better. But right now it's kind of,
I gotcha.
kind of scatter buckshot approach at the moment. But I think it's working. I loved our show Tuesday. It was a great one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
You are a gracious host. I'm sure they're saying good things. They have to be.
Well, and I showed them all my penis.
Whoa, nice penis.
But anyway,
then they got to be fans. They got to be fans of your work.
But I love it when you're in here, Scully. How you been? How's your week?
Thank you. It's been good. Yeah, I am actually catching up a little bit on things. I think maybe the spring weather, like the warm. It hasn't been warm yet. I'm not gonna go that far, but it's creeping in.
Yeah.
You can kind of see that it's. You hear a couple little more birds chirping, now than you maybe did a week or 2 ago, and those are all the signs.
I'm not sure I've ever had a springtime in my life I've more eagerly anticipated than this one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm not sure why, but
well, we've been in a cocoon. It seems like for the last 2 years. We've been very much secluded. We've been very much under the bubble. I feel like come this spring we may just
You're gonna
emerge. We may rise from the ashes.
You're finally gonna bloom this spring.
We're gonna phoenix this bitch up. So, yeah, I hope so. I hope so. And there's
shit.
quite a few shows I want to get to this year, so we'll see.
I want to do, the typical gardening and
she's
yard
an outdoor
work
girl,
and,
so
that kind of thing. So
yeah.
get on my lawnmower.
Ready to do your spring
lawnmower time
thing.
yet? Yeah.
Not yet, but it's getting there. It's nearing.
Right.
It's nearing that time, and I'm ready.
I am so fucking ready.
Follow all the bands every week. That's the point of the show. We're trying to shorten things along. We'll try to give you shorter punches. And we got a 6-pack. We're basically doing 6 songs now. 6 songs per episode. Now, last week Tuesday, 2 nights ago, it was 7 of them.
Okay.
Because we had Max come in, and it was basically a 6-pack with a shot, is what I called it.
Oh.
And now you got a 6-pack with your mom tonight. Tonight you got a 6-pack with your mom. So.
Okay. All right.
We already played one for you, which was the Dissentient song, The Beast Beneath. What do you want to do? You want to go ahead and get into some jams? We got an interview coming for you tonight. We're going to be talking to my main man, Jonathan, as a matter of fact, out of Slowbleed. Very excited.
Awesome.
Very excited about that.
I know you were talking about that when behind the scenes.
Yeah, big
Maybe
fan.
Say.
Well, I'm actually a big
excited
fan
about
of that
it.
dude. I'm a big fan of that release. And not only that, but he is, I'm a big fan of the Metalhead box, guys. That's what I was setting up. I have upon me something. If you're paying attention, you may find I did the Metalhex box earlier today, right before you got here, and then we started shooting this stuff. So you may find that something in the Metalhead box is visible to you right now that we just got in our box. So there you go. What's in the box?
More box.
It's visible.
We like to play with our box. All right. Before I play 2 songs for you, I do want to tell you real quick. Oh, I do have my good rings. I do have my good rings on. Oh, real quick too. Shout out to Orange Tattoo, man. I got a whole bunch of new stuff done on my HP Lovecraft arm this week. I'm really happy with it. It looks really good. Great work.
Eyeballs and
yeah,
stuff.
a lot of the
Yog
Soggoth in the background. Fuck yeah. Shout out to Joe One at Orange Tattoo in Annapolis, Maryland. If you're in the Maryland region and you need kick-ass tattoo work, I promise you, and I stand by their work, Orange is the place to go. All right, and before we move on to our next 2 songs, I do want to give a couple quick shout outs. Actually, our show's been growing quite a bit lately, and it's no accident. We're getting a lot of great support from a lot of great people. I want to thank Natalie, who's with Midwest Productions, who does a fantastic thing. She's always supportive of our shit. I really appreciate you. You kick so much ass. Zach Moonshine with Metal Devastation Radio has been amazing to us. He shares our program weekly on the Metal Devastation Radio website, which has it's helped generate much more traffic, when we appreciate that, man. I mean, and he's doing great things. If you're not following him, you're missing out. I mean, I really love that dude quite a bit.
Yeah, he's got his promotion skills down.
Boom.
I mean,
yeah, man. And he's had Exodus on the show.
You need to reach out to him.
Fuck yeah. No shit, man. He's got to figure it out. He's got to figure it out. They say to learn to be successful, watch successful people. I'm watching you, brother. And hey, and with much love too. And speaking of that, the Thralls of Metal guys are another. I mean, they just celebrated 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Nice. Absolutely earned. I'm completely jelly, and I love you 100%. I hate, man. Nothing but respect and love, man. Completely earned for sure. And also the Audio Asylum guys. The Audio Asylum guys on Facebook, run by Billy Blackfeather, has been hugely supportive. Nice. Sent us a bunch of stickers for the truck and the studio and stuff, man. Very cool.
I
very,
saw
very
you're
cool.
doing that today.
Yeah, I was happy to do that.
Show,
yeah, that's all on social media. I put all those. But if you send us stickers for the Metal-O-Mania mobile, man, I appreciate you. I put them on the truck. Those are days I look forward to. I usually wait till there's a stack of them, and then on a nice sunny day, which today was, I slip out there and take pictures, sticking them all over the truck.
Nice. I like it. All
that good shit. Well, let's play some music for everybody. What do you think?
Yep.
Next up, we're going to play for you. I got an instrumental for you, actually. It's coming up next. Ingripid, I hope I say this right. Ingripid Pipel, the song is Shocknader. Okay. It's a truly badass instrumental that somebody sent to us in our email, and I fucking literally have listened to it about 174 times this week, so I couldn't wait to share it with you. And we're going to follow that up with some Creeping Flesh, who we just had on the show, some Swedish death metal. We just interviewed those guys a couple of weeks ago.
Right. It's in the archives.
It is in the archives. And then I'll tell you what, after that, how about we bring in my brother Jonathan from Slowbleed?
Okay.
I'm so excited about this Slowbleed release. I'm so excited to talk to Jonathan about it. And don't go anywhere. He'll be here in a few minutes. Let's play some music. Let's get our metal on the abbreviated version, but 246 episodes in to Metal-O-Mania. Much love.
Much metal.
My plastic surgeon doesn't want me doing any activity where balls fly at my nose. Well, there goes your social life. No applause?
The show's not over yet.
There goes the crackhead that I see each morning.
Oh shit! She just fell in a deep ass hole.
Hello, this is Sophus from Creeping Flesh. You're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
Speak straight to you. Fuck you really hard right up the ass.
All hyped up on Monster Energy drinks and full of liquid courage, and booyah right to the cranium. Liquid courage leads to a nice knockout here tonight. Let's take a quick look at the replay. Once again, Chaz becomes victim of whiskey throttle. In this case, it's energy drink liquid courage throttle, and booyah hits his cranium, gets sent back in time as he hits his flux capacitor.
And now for something completely different.
And welcome back, Metal-O-Maniacs, to the show as the badassery continues here. I'm joined by my new pal, my new brother, formerly a California resident, a brand new Texas resident, from what I understand. But how you doing tonight, brother? Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm in a pretty empty apartment right now. We're still not quite moved in. So yeah, I'm doing good. It's rainy today in Austin.
Oh, well,
I think it's supposed to be 20 degrees tomorrow or something like that. Yeah.
You know, despite common perceptions, rainy days on a move-in are actually a good omen. It is a good omen. So
okay,
there you go. Well, I appreciate you taking a break from what I'm sure sounds like a very busy schedule there to hang out with us here at Metal-O-Mania. And I can tell you, we're big fans, man. Big fans. The Blazing Sun, A Fiery Dawn is on repeat here over the last several days, man. So Thank you for literally providing the soundtrack to our lives here lately, man.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad people are liking the record. I personally, and I don't want to say I'm sick of listening to it because that would be wrong, but we've had it for 2 Novembers now. It took a good while for it to come out. I think a lot of bands are experiencing this with pressing vinyl at the moment.
Oh man, well, you know what? That does seem to be a common theme actually, with a lot of the hiccups and holdups that COVID instilled into the process along the way for so many bands. It does seem like a lot of bands are telling us, you know, hey, this thing's on your appetizer plate, man, but I've had it on my dessert menu now for 2 fucking years. I'm moved on. I get it. Well, it's still on my appetizer plate, man, and I'm eating it up with a fork and a spoon, my friend. Very much.
I'm really glad. The reception of the record's been really incredible. Everyone's been awesome. I can't believe it.
Awesome stuff. Well, I failed to open the right way and having you introduce yourselves to those Metal-O-Maniacs. Our Metal-O-Maniacs out there are amongst the smartest and most well-versed. So they likely know who you are and what we're talking about already. But for those who do not, sir, introduce yourself, my friend.
I'm John. I sing in Slowbleed. I'm one of the 3, I guess, that originally wrote all the Slowbleed stuff. And yeah, I'm originally from Santa Paula, California, which is kind of a small farming community outside of Ventura or Santa Barbara, California. Is probably what most people would be familiar with.
Way up north, Northern Cali.
Not quite. It's it is the last little bit of Southern California. So right before Central, but not quite the Bay. So you're not north yet.
Oh, see, to me, anything north of Los Angeles, right? But
yeah.
Well, that's good stuff. Well, and who are the other guys that make up the band with you, sir, if I may?
So the I guess the original three that wrote the band would be me. Logan Gibbon is the lead guitar player, really incredible guitar player, and then Ozzy Maria is our bass player, and he also does some of, like, if you heard the Spanish vocals on the Slowbleed record, that'd be Ozzy. And now in the band is John Locks. He's now playing guitar in the band. He was an original member, a formative member of Warbringer, the thrash band Warbringer. And really incredible guitar player, and Tyler Castro, who also played in Fatalists, which is a really cool kind of Swedish death metal band, if you're familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Tyler's really incredible. I mean, it's awesome playing with such talented guys as well.
It's a monster lineup, my friend, and it shows, because this release is just ferocious. Well, and let's be honest with you, it has many flavors of teeth, if you will. It comes at you with some hardcore gripping. It comes at you with some thrash rifling. It comes at you with some, some devil trinome change up shit. I mean, it gives you all of it. So tell me a little bit about the coming together of this record, sir.
We've spent a lot of time playing primarily hardcore shows. And I think this record quite literally would not have been possible without the COVID shutdown. Logan, the guitarist, and I lived together at the time. We had lived together for a couple of years. And I mean, he's the type of dude who's playing guitar every day. I mean, every day at some point. He's really really great guitar player. But he was able to sit down and write something that I guess is not necessarily intended for mosh heavy hardcore show. It was like, I think the music very much comes from a place of being locked in the house. It was, I think it's a little more grandiose. The shredding is on the forefront, and it was really cool. It's not necessarily a heavy mosh record, which I think we're really pleased about. And we were able to write something a little more along the lines of our initial influences for the band. It's harder to zoom out, I think. I think when you're always playing hardcore shows too, it's a little, I think for us at least, I can't speak for everybody, but I think being able to zoom out and make something that's trying to sound bigger or more grandiose was definitely the goal.
Yeah, well, I nailed it, because I find it to be hard to pin down with a label. You know what I mean? We were talking about it actually just in the studio here earlier, and somebody threw out the word crossover, which, yes, you can't say no to that, but it's certainly a short sell to call it that. You know what I mean? And, how about some thrashy stuff? Yes, you can say yes to that. You know what I mean? You can't say no to that, but you can't just call it that. So, I like that approach to it. Well, and what is uniform, though, is the aggression and the ferocity and the fucking, it slows down a touch for a touch of the beginning of Driven by Fire, I guess. And other than that, it just fucking reams you apart a bit. And, I love it for that approach as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what to call the band.
Those are my favorite bands. I'll tell you that. Those are my favorite.
If someone
bands.
called it a death metal band, I would say sure.
Yeah, sure, absolutely,
right. Sure,
right, right.
So I just say it's a metal band when someone asks.
Yeah, there you go, man. I just say it kicks ass, and you need to own the record. You know what I mean? This is the shit you want playing in your gym, in your car, in your on your Saturday afternoon when you're trying to get shit done. I mean, this is where it's at. This is what There's a reason I come out here and sit by this stupid green screen shit all the time, man. It's because of bands like you doing what you're doing, for sure. So
yeah, we definitely wanted to make something aggressive and make it sound violent. I think that was a lot of my, we all kind of grew up listening to metal, whether it be bigger, mainstream examples of metal. I mean, I always say Alice in Chains probably has more to do with my love for all this stuff than, you know, some obscure example, you know, whether it be like big mainstream examples of metal. I mean, we were big on Machine Head as kids. The whole new metal movement, we love that. We all listened to a bunch of death metal growing up, and then discovering something like hardcore, where all of a sudden that the aggressive nature of the music reflected in the aggressive behavior of people, I think absolutely like sucked us in on a real level. And so I think that was something we like wanted to write, something that was precise like metal, and it sounded big like metal, but it was mean. It was mean.
Well, it's still an outlet for anger, if you will. I mean, the hard and aggressive, and you know, forget the labels. I so agree with you on that. Fuck all the labels. It's metal, it's aggressive, and it caters to that anger that we have, man. You know, no less than Michael Gilbert himself from Flotsam and Jetsam told us, as long as there's anger in the world, there's going to be music that, you know, showcases that, and metal will survive, and anger's not going anywhere, brother.
Absolutely.
You know, it's here to stay, and that's certainly what this is a soundtrack for. If you don't mind my saying, man, it's a soundtrack for anger. It's a soundtrack to get some of that shit out. It's a soundtrack to fucking, you know, I found myself in the truck earlier, fucking just wearing some, you know, fake guitars and air drumming the fuck out. You know, I mean, there's therapy in that. I mean, I don't think I'm overstating it to say that. I think it's a therapeutic thing for many of us. We gravitate to this hard music for many reasons, and I think that's definitely one of them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, and let's be honest, that hardcore aesthetic meets the metal thing is that's my fucking lifeblood. That's my DNA shit. That's, you know, I'm a punk with metal roots, or a metalhead with punk roots, however you want to say it. And you know, there's elements of all of that and then some. And I just, man, I fell immediately in love with this fucking release, brother, for sure. So
good. I'm really glad. I'm glad that both sides of it can be identified. You know, like, truth be told, we've played like 95% hardcore shows, which isn't always the crowd that you know, we're the best received by. I think sometimes it goes, you know, if some kids there waiting to two-step and, you know, spin kick to every song, they're a little taken back.
Right. I think those walls are falling down now, honestly. I know exactly what you're saying, but I do believe we're starting to see the walls of that kind of deteriorate, and good. They should go away.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bands that kind of on the forefront of that too. You know,
right.
Actually, I think Monday. I think tomorrow I'm going to drive to San Antonio and watch Gate Creeper and Enforce with Oakland.
What a fantastic, literally the example that came to my mind as you were saying that is Gate Creeper.
I love that band.
Oh man, one of my favorites going, you know.
Yeah, they're really incredible. I can't wait.
We have yet to get them on the show, but they're on my to-do list for sure. So
that band rocks. Love that.
That's good shit.
Enforced is also playing. If you haven't Enforced from, I believe they're from Richmond, Virginia. I know
we have had them on the show. Yeah, we've talked to Will, and we've talked to a couple of those guys, man. Huge fan of that release.
Another incredible band. They're playing tomorrow, and obviously we're big Obituary fans. I just saw Obituary back home, but I can't wait to see them. I don't know how many times I've seen that band, but I can't wait.
Yeah, there's no such thing as too many. So
Municipal Waste also playing?
Yeah, I believe Municipal Waste.
Yeah. Great bill, every band.
What a bill. Yeah. Well, tell me the next bill I'm going to see you on, brother. That's what I want to know. When
it will have happened when this airs. But
okay, cool. Okay.
The only thing we currently have announced that I'm able to speak on is Soulfly in Oxnard. We're opening up for Soulfly on their U.S. tour in Oxnard, California, which is kind of where we're from. And that'll be great. I'm very excited for that.
Fuck yeah, that'll be awesome.
Big Cavalera fans in general. Everything done is really incredible. Actually, the newest Cavalera Conspiracy record was one of the references when kind of like running through the new Slowbleed record, which might be surprising to some people, but I think it was one of the references of like kind of what sonically we were looking for in terms of mix and things like that.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it's very much its own thing now. I mean, Taylor Young did an incredible job on the record. Recording with him is always a pleasure, but this was an experience above and beyond. It's incredible.
Oh man. Oh well, I'm glad you bring that up, man, because it's clean, it's beautiful, it's a great release, man. It's well produced. It's nice. It's a welcome addition to my everyday playlist, I got to tell you. So
I'm glad. Yeah.
Well, those metalheads out there who do not currently own their copy of it, as soon as they hear the song, the very first question on the tip of their tongue is going to be, how the fuck do I get my hands on, my very own copy of The Blazing Sun, A Fiery Dawn? And what is the best way for them to do that, sir?
They would go to Creator Records.bandcamp.com, I do believe, or they have a big cartel. You can access it through our Bandcamp also. So if you put in an order through our Bandcamp, it'll go to Creator Structure Records. So we also, if you happen to see us live, we have a select handful of records left in our possession that we're trying to just keep at shows.
Right, for those live audiences, I like that. Yeah.
But we do have a few left on our end, and then I mean the hopes is we'll be able to, once it's gone, do another pressing. And there's a couple other outlets I do believe who picked up some copies that I can't speak on all of them, but I think Warriors Records, and if you're European, has some. I know there's another European label, and I feel terrible for not knowing, but another European distro that'll have it here soon. So
maybe we'll have somebody from our team running along here for everybody. There you go.
Yeah, there's copies have gone into distribution, so you should be able to find it some places that I'm not even certain of.
Awesome. Well, I can tell you from personal experience out there, Metal-O-Maniacs, that I went on Bandcamp, got me a copy. I got a hard copy of the disc coming. I got a fucking CD. I got a T-shirt, because everybody out there knows I'm a T-shirt whore. But but that's, man, support your band, support badassery. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen out there, this qualifies. This is the good shit. This is the shit that'll get you out of the morning. When you're out of coffee, just throw in your fucking latest Slowbleed jam and you're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, John, man, you fucking rock, dude. I cannot tell you how, on a personal level, brother, how much it means to me. Especially, I know you're in the middle of moving and everything else. And come and spend a little time with us, man. It means a lot.
Hey, it's no troubles at all. It's honestly a blast talking to you. I hope to meet you in person one day. Maybe when you're in California or something, we'll have to link up.
Yeah, we'll be out there in just a few months, man. Don't be careful what you wish for. I'll be standing there with it, trying to hand you a joint or a beer or whatever you're into. I don't know what you're into, but something.
I'll be there for it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Let's party, brother.
All right, dude.
Well, thank you so much, John. Truly, I do appreciate your time, and I appreciate this record. And Metal-O-Maniacs out there, I'm telling you, man, your playlist, your CD collection is not complete until you pick up a copy of this. Trust me on.
Well, thank you.
Fuck yeah, man. Much love to you.
Hey, everybody, this is John from Slowbleed, and you're watching Metal-O-Mania with Crypt and Scully.
Yeah.
like the universe was saying, hey, there's this dude, he's pretty cool.
Welcome back to Disappearing Lip Studio tonight here on episode 246 of Metal-O-Mania. And how cool is Jonathan, man? I fucking love that dude. I love that Slowbleed project. I love that release. Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome stuff. Scully was literally moshing around in the studio while we were, and a cool guy too, man.
It's fun.
It makes it more fun. It really does. I know that's fucked up, and dude, honestly,
Why's that fucked up?
Well, that's exactly what I want to talk to you about a little bit, and before we get out, move on tonight. Can you disassociate from, what if, because let's be honest, we've talked to well over 300 bands now. And I'll be honest with you, not all of them have been the nicest people I've ever talked to. You know what I mean?
Right. Makes sense, right?
Some you probably have to chalk it up to catching them maybe in a mood and all that. You have to forgive some of that stuff. But,
okay, right.
But often, and especially lately, they've just tended to be some of the nicest guys, man. Pete from Lawnmower Death, I really loved that dude quite a bit. Jonathan from Slowbleed tonight. But does it make you like the band more if the dude's cool? And does it make you like them less if the dude's a dickhead?
Well, I would say it definitely makes you like them more.
It
does.
You
know what I mean?
Right.
You
it might not take any away from the art if they're a dickhead, right? But it does make you like it more.
I guess it depends how much
agree.
you liked it before you talked to him. You know what I mean? If he was a dick before you even really got familiar with it, you're probably not going to spend your time getting familiar with it.
Right, that's true.
But if you are already a fan and then talk to him, your bubble might be bursted. You might be like, oh, have that where you thought it was going to be one thing and then walked away disappointed.
Meeting your heroes is always such a disappointment anyway.
I guess it depends on how familiar you are.
Well, let me ask you, let me put it to you with a little specificity, if I may. Someone posted a Ted Nugent song on our Facebook page the other day.
Okay.
And it got some some people laughed at the response, some people blah, 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 or whatever. And we're not here to discuss politics. We don't do that on the show. I have zero interest in talking about that angle of it.
Okay.
But just at this point, people either love or hate Ted Nugent based on his political stance. Now, say you are somebody who grew up left wing, though, and you're still left wing of a person. Do you no longer love Ted Nugent? You know what I mean? I wonder, is that a thing where Cat Scratch Fever sucks now? Is that the deal? Cat Scratch Fever is a terrible song now because you don't like him.
Well,
you know what I mean? Is that how that works?
Maybe you probably more.
Well, that's different.
Well, no, but that's probably more how you view it. You're probably not all of a sudden the song sucks, because you liked it for a period of time. So
right.
Maybe
Dude, Free for All for me is still one of my favorite songs ever.
Played out.
It just is. I don't know. It's weird, man. I find myself very torn on that kind of thing. I'm able to disassociate. We've heard lots of stories about some of my idols that aren't very flattering. I've heard some Dave Mustaine stories even from people that are firsthand. I met Dave Mustaine, thankfully, when I was young, and my experience was fine. He was super nice to me, actually. But I've heard some stories that are unflattering.
Not, yeah.
But does that take away from you? Does that mean Megadeth's not amazing? It is one of those things, Lars Ulrich, for example, from Metallica is famously not a very nice guy. Let's leave it at that. And
I'm
glad you put your balls put your balls out there, baby. You can say dickhead. You got no lips. But it is. I'm very curious about that. That subject is one that fascinates me. Actually, do people let that change the art? Because the art is a standalone thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's one of those things where
how much of a dick.
Well,
how much of a dick?
Well,
how familiar and did you like it beforehand? All those things probably weigh in.
And I have another huge factor for you, and I that is the prism of time.
Okay.
Van Gogh, for instance, famously was apparently an insane dude. He cut off his ear. He sent it to his girlfriend. He did all that stuff, but nobody detracts from the art. You know what I mean? He's still considered, one of the greatest of all time, and he's renowned for it and stuff.
Okay.
But if you knew him then, you were probably like, this dude's fucking shithouse nuts. You know what I mean? But now we don't know him. We don't have to deal with that.
We don't know the guy.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's probably true of a lot of artists or a lot of people that are in positions of power or wherever, where somebody knows them, thinks how in the fuck can they be that?
Right.
But in that environment, that they're not known that way, possibly.
It is. You're probably right.
I don't know.
Well, and I think you hit on something important too. Actually, too, is that are you already a fan of it? Let's be honest. If you weren't a fan of Kanye West, for example, I'll just throw him out, you know, he's somebody in the news who's always doing kind of goofy things. So as an example, if you were not already familiar with and a fan of his, and you just knew him by his antics, which I bring that up as an example because I'm not familiar with his music. I'm not familiar with his art. I only know him from the antics. I only know him from the things.
And have you sought out his music?
And right, yeah, I will never do that because he strikes me as such a jackass.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even if I were curious,
there's your answer.
right, right. But my question is, if you fans out there, and hey, we got a lot of metalhead fans that are big hip hop fans, that are big rap fans. You know, we got a lot of metalhead fans that cross the spectrum on some things.
Right.
So I am curious out there. Has Kanye West, if you were a Kanye fan at one point, have you become less of one due to his antics? Are you still a fan of the art and maybe less him as an individual? Are you able to split those things? Is that something that you have trouble doing?
Right.
You know,
I don't know.
Very curious about that. Something that's always fascinated me. You know, we did the video about a year ago, I guess now, where we did our countdown of the 10 biggest dick holes in metal. Remember? Mm-hmm. And I had a lot of fun with that. And while that video may be a 10-minute, you know, shot at people in the metal world, again, some of whom I love, but you know, it is a shot over all of them. But I'm not taking away from the art that they made. That is specifically an attack on their character. You know what I mean? Right. I think that's the difference. You can attack someone's character and not necessarily the art, or vice versa. I'm sure there are some fantastic people out there making shitty art that nobody gives a fuck about either. You know?
Yeah.
It's a two-sided sword, as it were. So, but anyway, if we had a lot of fun making that video and many more. We really do hope you dive into our YouTube channel, dive into our archives, get into our videos. That one's called the 10 biggest dick holes in metal. I believe it's like a 10-minute clip of us having fun and taking a shit on people. Right or wrong, we tend to use whatever information we have about someone in the limelight and convince ourselves that that is enough information to pass complete and total judgment on them, which of course is bullshit. But we all do it. We're all guilty of it. Are we not? I mean, I'm doing a fucking video right now where we're calling these people douchebags and dickholes. So maybe we can't help ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, if these crevice crusties had chosen to be nicer every now and again, or perhaps shut the fuck up once in a while, we would think better of them. So let's all pass judgment together. What the fuck? Let's name our 10 most hated dickholes in metal. And it's a lot of fun. So there you go. All right. Well, we are trying to keep things a little bit shorter around here. And in order to do that, we have to cap my big ass mouth on occasion.
Yeah.
So,
should it?
Yeah, this next week coming, I believe we have interviews with Chemicide coming. We have interviews with Ingested coming. We have lots of really cool things on our docket, man. So please do keep hanging out for us. We're going to have 2 interviews a week, it looks like. So that's a lot of fun. The playlist may be shorter, but it still gets up in you and gets the job done. That's what matters. So we got 2 more jams, and then we're going to close out episode 246, our first ever Thursday, I believe. I think we might have done a Halloween thing, but our first ever regular episode on a Thursday. So keep hanging out and help us build our YouTube channel, guys, and build our support base a little bit. So the next 2 jams, I'll set up the one, and then you talk about the other one, because I know you uncovered something funny about it, which I do think is true. But first, we're going to play some Pestilent Rain on our last 2 songs for the night. Pestilent Rain, the song is Shelter, from the release Ascension. This is a badass German band, and it is phenomenal shit, man. I think you're really going to love it. And behind that is some Golgothan. Golgothan is Bottomless Pit is the name of the song from their debut full-length release. They have some EPs out, but this is their debut full-length release. And it is called Leech, and the band is called Golgothan. And I believe...
It's also called a shit demon.
A shit demon.
Or excremental.
Wow. You married one of those, didn't you?
Wow. That's another.
You married a Golgothan.
That's another show.
You're probably right.
It's a fictional creature composed of human excrement.
Fuck yeah.
The creature derives its name from the hill where Christ was crucified. The collective gathering of the souls sentenced to death by crucifixion on the hill gives its birth to the demon's existence. Oh shit.
Literally a shit demon from all the people that were put to death, crucified to death. Their shit made a mountain while they were killed, and that mountain became a shit demon.
Never cooperate when you're supposed
I know phones are lame, but man, shit demon. That's pretty cool.
Pretty bad. There was one more sentence there, but you guys can look it up.
Yeah, look it up, man. It's pretty fucked up, actually. A shit demon, the creature fucking made of shit, and that's Golgothan. There you go. And if we can close our show around here with a shit creature, we're never going to miss an opportunity ever to do so.
Yeah.
And
this band has been around since 2011.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah,
Okay.
They've been, like you said,
Got some
four
pedigree.
EPs,
Four
couple
EPs.
singles,
Yeah.
and
Now this debut.
for
So they are stepping up their game, and you're going to find out so too, because we're going to play the song "Bottomless Pit," a bottomless pit of shit demon. Is how we're closing the show. That's right. From the shit demon. That's how we're closing the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back and hanging out with me, Scully. I believe if you look on speaking of our YouTube channel, if you look, I believe there's a brand new Metalhead box for you to check out. A brand new Metalhead box opening video for you too. So
very neat.
Fuck yeah.
Is that where you got?
I did get my suffocation shirt out of this month's. Yeah.
What's up with your sleeves? Are you pulling your sleeves over?
Well, I got the new tattoo work. I'm trying to keep
gotcha.
keep it greased.
I see.
So,
But look,
yeah.
this is cool. I like it.
I got my suffocation shirt and my brand new Metalhead box, you guys. So go watch my video on the opening of the Metalhead box, and you can see what else I got in my box.
I know what you got in the box.
What'd you got in your box?
Mm-hmm.
There you go, man. 2 more jams for you. Don't leave until they're over, though, because they're both badass.
Hell yeah.
We got Ingested next week. We got Chemicide coming. I think we got 200 Stab Williams lined up. We got some good interviews coming for you. Extinction AD, I think, is coming on. So keep hanging out. Much love.
Much better.
See you on Tuesday.
Yet across the gulf of space, a terrible evil prepared to unleash itself upon an unsuspecting human race.
Ah, shit. I'm still alive?
Oh, I date men, by the way. Apparently, this gets confusing for people, so. I don't really have the shit that they like, you know? Like, I got a pancake butt and chesticles, so, I was just stoked to get, to be there, right, from the get-go. Like, feeling very grateful for the opportunity, if you will. Right? So, we started doing it, no big deal, high five. And, he started talking just filthy dirty. I mean, so like, I like hearing dirty talk, but I can't really dish it out myself, so I feel stupid. I think I do it wrong, you too? Okay. So he was saying stuff like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna be inside you. I can't even repeat it. That's how uncomfortable it makes me feel. I can't tell you. He finally asked me, he said, say something dirty back. It's like, oh shit, I panicked because now I can't escape my fear of dirty talk. So I panicked, and what I ended up saying was, suck my dick!
Get in the pit! Get in the pit! Get down in the pit! Get in the pit!
That's all, bitches.
All right, so hey, it's Debo from Silence the Blind and Snipers of Babel, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with Crypt and Scully.
This is Herb from Drawn and Quartered. You're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
This just in. Scientists have discovered that once you've been infected by Metal-O-Mania, there is no cure. Contact Scully right away for more and more metal to feed the dragon.